All right, let's start off with one of the big winners of the festival, the jury prize for a narrative feature, Gamma Rays. This is a French-Canadian film. It was filmed in Montreal, and I believe they used some of the same filming locations that they did for Universal Language, which was Canada's submission last year for the Oscars. A lot of the buildings look very familiar. This is a movie very much about disaffected youth and the immigrant experience. It's basically three isolated stories that occasionally intersect with three young stars. The first is his name is Toussaint. He's kind of like socially anxious, spends a lot of time by himself, and on his summer break, he likes to go fishing in the nearby river, and he finds a message in a bottle. And the message is simply a phone number, so he calls it, and he makes a friend over the phone with this woman from just the next town over. The bottle didn't travel too far, but this mystery woman who's basically trying to help him through his anxieties and help him meet people, talk to them, socialize. Then you have Abdel, who is hosting his cousin Omar for the summer, and Omar is very boisterous, but not very socially aware. Well, like he's not uncouth or rude by any means, but he's just very extroverted, and that's just not something that Abdel's used to. So eventually, he ditches his cousin just to try to have a night on his own, and then it becomes a search for him because we don't know where the guy ended up. Then you have Fatima, who is the daughter of Moroccan immigrants, and she's trying to basically use her gap year between high school and college to make some money and make something of herself. She's working at a supermarket, but she quits because there's rude customers and everything like that, and she's also getting hounded by an associate of hers. It's heavily hinted that she's basically in debt to a loan shark, and she's basically has to be his enforcer with other delinquent payments or face violence of her own. So it's these three, relatively young people. I would say like late teens, early 20s at most. You know, trying to navigate their lives as both young people, but also as immigrants in Canada. And there's a lot of fun elements as far as there's like this weird thematic thing about how much you engage with your screens versus how much you socialize with real people. It's immaculately edited and shot. They use two really cool devices for scene transitions. One is just a radio controlled car that just speeds along the ground, and another is just this random guy who just does parkour all over the city. Like if you want to talk about the spirit of what Slamdance is, this pretty much encapsulates it. So it does drag a couple of times, but it really is just three human stories that, again, they don't intertwine really, but they all know each other. All these kids know each other. The editing and the cinematography were just absolutely fantastic. Like this is really well put together. The young actors all do a tremendous job. Like there's not a bad performance to be had, and there's a focus on realism and social interactions. The guy Toussaint talking to the mystery woman over the phone. This isn't like the beginning of a rom-com. This is just, hey, I found this number. I called you. Like she never even says her name, but she helps him because, hey, it's a connection. It's someone like I had hoped that this bottle would have made it to like Paris or something like that, but the next town over, sure, why not? Like it's a way to gain perspective, and that's kind of what a festival like Slamdance is all about. It's about showing alternative perspectives.
This is the BTRP Media Network.